What is up, my spiritual weirdos, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tawny Michelle, and I am not all love, light, twin flames, and unicorns over here, so please keep that in mind. But today we are doing a very personal, detailed reading. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So basically you can pick a crystal or pick a deck. And normally, as you guys know, I'm not a crystal ass bitch. I don't, know all the names and stuff like that. But I do know the names of these crystals. And actually, I'm going to read the crystals during the readings. But basically, the first crystal we have here is Brecciated Jasper. And I know the lighting is not picking up on these, but basically it's red, and it's a few different types of jasper, but this is the first crystal. And basically these aren't the piles, these are just the decks. I used a different deck for each reading. So all right, so the second crystal that you can pick is fluorite. The third pile is pyrite, and the fourth pile is cuprite. I think that's how it's called, or cuprite. Can't really see this one either, but it's like a teal with some turquoise, some different color blues in there. It's actually really pretty as well. So yeah, those are the piles. You can go to the timestamps below to fast forward to which reading you're feeling drawn to, which crystal or deck you're feeling drawn to. And by the way, I'm going to be coming out with a video hopefully around every Monday or the beginning of the week every week. So I'm getting into a routine. If you are wondering about personal readings or which decks I used or any other kind of services with me, definitely make sure to check out the description below. And yeah, let's go. What is going on, pile number one? This is for those of you that picked the Brecciated Jasper. So Brecciated Jasper is basically a few different types of jasper, but it is all about your vitality. It is all about where you find your joy, where you find your meaning, where you find your purpose. It is also very much about coming apart to be reborn. So I kind of think of it as like a phoenix rising kind of thing. Endurance, perseverance, strength. So you guys may be going through something where things may be falling apart in your life somewhere. Maybe you don't feel like you have a lot of support. Maybe you aren't feeling very confident within yourself. And just while I was pre-shuffling for your pile, we have the Six of Swords and the Two of Swords that came out here for you right off the bat. So that tells me that you guys are very indecisive right now about how you're going to move forward with the situation, how you're going to get through something, how you're going to get across these turbulent waters or these turbulent energies in your life. And with the Brecciated Jasper there, that really makes sense, pile number one, because I really think that for you, this is about literally just doing it. Like literally just jumping into the unknown, jumping off. Like if you see in this card, she's letting the girl go, she's building a bridge for this girl to get her through these waters basically. And you need to just do it, this is kind of like you're at the edge and you're like, well, hold on, which way should I go? Should I do this? I'm not so sure now. How am I going to go about this? And what I'm getting here is like, you just need to do it. You just need to jump. You just need to go for it. Mars is in Aries right now. So yeah, it's like we do have to be a little bit careful about the choices that we're making, but it's still important to do it. Okay, so now we have the Muse of Voices, which is basically the King of Swords. Yeah, so this is about making a decision. This is about really allowing yourself to move forward, to get over the hump that you are in right now. So let's see, we have the Seven of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Five of Materials. Okay, so this could definitely be about, okay, so you want something more here for yourself, but you don't have the confidence to do it. You're like, well, all these other people, like what if they do it? And what if, like let's just say for instance, you've like always wanted to like follow your dream in a career path, and this is just an example, but you're like, well, I can't just quit my job. or what if, what will other people think of me? It's like you want more, but you are scared to go out and get it. You're scared to use your voice. We have the Page of Voices on the bottom with the Two of Pentacles. So it's like, with the Two of Pentacles there, it's almost like you can do one thing at a time, like take one thing at a time. You're trying to think about everything long term, like big vision, like, you know, kind of futuristic thinking here, instead of just taking one thing at a time. We also have Strength and the Magician and the Chariot and Temperance. So yeah, pile number 1, dang. This is like, just go for it. Quit overthinking it. Like, if you've been wanting to move or travel, this is like, just go for it. You have the potential with the Strength card and the Magician card, but you're never going to see that you have the potential unless you actually do this thing, unless you actually go for it. You know what I mean? Like, you're never going to be able to see that you have the potential unless you actually go for it. You're like, and I almost feel like with the Strength card there, you're almost like holding yourself back. This definitely deals with confidence, some kind of like lack of confidence. I definitely feel like you guys are holding yourself back, pile number 1. For some reason, you're in your head a lot. Whoops. Too many cards. You're in your head a lot about it. You're not sure how to move forward. And this is like, just go for it. Just do it. Quit thinking about it. I know it's easier said than done, but you'll get there. If you're worried about money, competition, what other people will think, confrontation, it's like you don't want to start some kind of confrontation with that 5 of Pentacles there. Like, you really don't want to start some kind of confrontation. You may be scared of what people are going to think or what people are going to say about it. And it's just over and over again. It's like, just do it. Like Nike. Like, just effing do it. So, okay. You have the Sacral Chakra, surprise, surprise, the frequency of the Sacral Chakra, the orange flower of life supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our life. So you may be having some Sacral Chakra problems, which makes sense if you picked this pile and you are suffering from a lack of confidence in doing what it is that you want to do. I do see that this is part of your path, so listen the fuck up. Just fucking do it. This is like about having courage to use your own talents, to use your own skills. You may have to learn some more things along your journey, but you are really underestimating yourself. You are really underestimating what you can juggle, what you can handle, and no, I won't allow it. So we also have Coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. Yes. So yeah, you could be kind of stuck between your heart and mind right now. Your heart is like, I really want to do this. I really want to follow this thing. I really want to follow this passion. I really want to do this. Like, I really want to. But your mind is like, no, what about this? What about this? What if this? What if that? You know, how are we going to support ourselves? You know, what if it goes wrong? What if people judge us? Blah, 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 blah. You know, all that shit that the mind tells you. So we're going to draw a few more cards here and see what the fuck is up right now. Ooh. Okay, too many cards. Just flipping cards all over the place here. Sorry about that. So yeah, let me know down below if this is resonating with you guys. If not, you're free to pick another pile or watch someone else's reading. It don't matter, girl or boy or whatever you like to go by. Okay, we have Discernment, waxing gibbous. Okay. Surrender. Okay, so yeah, you are, I honestly feel like with discernment, you're being like too discerning. You're like you're a very discerning person, maybe. Like you, and at the bottom we have extremes and trust. So that definitely tells me that I think you're scared to take an extreme because you're super discerning. You're like, I really have to make this decision the right way and do the right, you know, all of that. And yeah, I'm not telling you to like be irresponsible or just quit your job if that's going to put you in a really hot position. But if you can do it, then I would definitely do it. Also, we have surrender. So once again, you know, like surrendering to your fears about following this, about because you gain confidence, pile number one, by showing yourself how strong you are, by making it through obstacles, by just doing it, by walking through your fears. And you're gonna be like, wow, I'm a badass, like I just did that. I'm a badass bitch or a badass dude or whatever, you know, like I just did that shit, fuck with me, you know. And so that is kind of what I see here for you guys. Like you guys are really holding yourselves back because you don't see your full potential. And it's like, I'm sure you don't want to like get to a point in your life where there's a crisis or you're laying on your deathbed and you're like, oh, little me, I just sat there and I was just like, oh, I can't do this or I couldn't do that because of XYZ, because of other people. Like, we're not here to let other people rule what we do and what we don't do. Like, we're not, I mean, yeah, there's lessons that can be learned in that, but you don't want to live your life for other people, because at the end of the day, if you're only living your life for other people, you're not being authentic to yourself, number one, and those other people may not be around. We don't take anything or anybody to the grave with us. You know what I mean? So it's like, what I kind of see here is kind of like this pressure of like now or never, like freaking do it. Like, there is so much potential here that you have that you don't use, that you don't utilize. And so it's kind of like you need to put yourself in this mode and not necessarily stay in it, but just even for a second where you surrender and you go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done like belittling myself. I'm done holding myself back. Like, the world's a fucking shit show right now anyways. I'm fucking doing this shit. I'm doing what I always wanted, and I'll figure it out. All you have to do, pile number one, is take it one step at a time and start thinking so far in advance. What if it doesn't work? What if I look stupid? Like, what if people get mad? Whatever. It's like, do one thing at a time. Like, okay, what's the first thing I have to do? What's the first thing I have to do to set this foundation in place to get this going? And then, you know, after you do that, okay, what's next? What's the next thing I have to do? Quit thinking about like the whole entire freaking vision and how it's all going to work out and if it's going to work out and how it's all going to go together and this, that, and the other. So yeah, that is basically what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number one. Let me know down below if this resonated. For those of you that picked the Appreciated Jasper, I'd love to hear your feedback as always, because I'm a feedback ass bitch, you know? And we're gonna move on to the second crystal. What's up? What's up? This is for those of you that picked the Fluorite Crystal right here. I know you can't probably really see it. Here I have another Fluorite Crystal right here that you might be able to see better. It's beautiful. It's just a big one, and the rest of the crystals were smaller, so I didn't want to use this one. So yeah, but yeah, this is for those of you that picked the Fluorite Crystal. And fluorite you possibly picked this crystal because you're needing some kind of optimism, or you may be trying to align with your soul's purpose or your upper chakras. You may be trying to manifest something. You may be looking for your authenticity, your higher truth. You may be looking for guidance about something, or you may be worried about your future. You may be trying to like align all your chakras right now. You may be looking into some kind of spiritual work, or just really wondering about what you're here to do, or your soul's purpose, or your higher calling, or spiritual gifts, you know. Or you may be going through something where you need more optimism, because in the pre-shuffle we had the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands, which tells me you guys, that you may be having some issues where you are just kind of burnt out on something. You're feeling very burnt out. You're feeling very kind of like stressed, possibly. You've been doing the same thing over and over for a while, or you've been really working hard at something, and you're getting to a point where you're like, okay, how much more can I do this? Like, am I going insane? Am I doing the whole definition of insanity thing? How much longer can I keep carrying this burden or these wands, or, you know, working this hard, or like, you just need optimism, because I see here at the Queen of Wands, like, you have a shit ton of potential. It's just, you know, you're not possibly putting it in the right space, or you're using all of your energy to do this one thing. There needs to be a balance. So we also have the Strength card. Okay, interesting. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh, okay, we have the Chariot. Wow, those two cards came out in the last reading as well. Moonchild. Yes, okay. So you need the Strength, pile number 2, to be able to understand that you can go a lot further than you think you can, but you have to start trusting your intuition more instead of your physical, what do I want to say here? Your physical nature, if that makes sense. You have to start going with the flow more. You may be trying to force things too much, and you may be not going. You need the strength to like go in a different direction is really what I'm getting here. Like you need the courage to go in a new direction, because like these two, I find it interesting that these two are looking the same way. They're looking back this way. You're still focusing on something current or something from the past that is like reoccurring, or that you've like, yeah, you've put a lot of work into it and that's why you're still holding on. But now it's like, okay, it's time to move in another direction. It's time to really see what you got here. Some of you guys may be wanting to travel or move or do something big, you know. Some of you guys may need a new car, you know. It could be that simple to where it's like, I mean, not that simple, but it could be a little bit less of like a bigger deal than just like moving across country or, you know, traveling. It may just be like, I need a new freaking car, man. My car's a piece of shit and I put all this work into it and it's not fucking, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? But really with the fluorite here, I'm more so getting that this is about your guys' soul purpose. Like you have the Moonchild, the Chariot, right? What are you feeling called to? Because you're being called. Even if you're like, well, I don't really know. No, you know, you just don't want to face it. You just don't want to accept it. You've been getting called somewhere, pile number 2. And where is that? What have you been being called to do? You have to kind of like just take the steps and do it, which is kind of similar to pile number 1. So if you almost picked pile number 1, as well, you may want to go back and watch that pile as well. But you're being called. This one is like more intuitive than pile number 1. This one is more like this isn't like, yes, this could be career related, but oh, look at that, the crown chakra. What did I tell you? This one is could be career related, but you need like a spiritual purpose on the side or as your career, one of the two. Because or even if this is like about a relationship, which if it was about a relationship, I feel like that's probably for only a few of you, because I'm not really picking up a lot of relationship energy here. But whatever it is, you need some kind of spiritual purpose and you're not feeling fulfilled because your soul isn't, like you're only connecting on like the physical realm. You're not connecting on the spiritual realm, if that makes sense. And you're not kind of listening to this higher calling, which I think is what, yeah, see, divine feminine. So yeah, this is a lot more spiritual, feminine. You're kind of stuck in this like masculine system of like, I need to work hard and it'll eventually pay off. I need to just keep going. I need to get to the top. I need to get to the top. And the cards are like, no, you need to trust yourself and go within. And yeah, let's just read these cards. So we have the crown chakra. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. Ooh. Okay. You're gifted, pile number 2. You're here because of some kind of spiritual purpose, and you're being called. And we also have divine feminine. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all creation. Yes, there we go. So this is about understanding that you're a lot more connected than you think that you are. This is also about not ignoring the messages that you get. If you really honestly don't feel like you've been getting a lot of messages, then it's probably because you're looking in the opposite direction. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. It's probably because you're not looking in the right direction, or you're going in like, not that you're on the wrong path, but you're not going to find this soul, you're not gonna find this soul fulfillment or spiritual fulfillment on the path that you're on right now, or in the place that you've been at, or the things that you've been doing. It's like, this is time to just, get your shit and like go in a new direction, to do something that's gonna bring some kind of like fresh air to your soul, basically, that's going to liberate you from this kind of like hierarchy of doing things, and connect more to your feminine energy, which means feeling your emotions more, which means, sitting in silence and peace more, listening more, trusting your feelings more. And see, a lot of people want to know, like, I'm gonna do a video on this, but how to like open your gifts, how to be more intuitive, and a huge thing that no one wants to do, because it's not just going to happen overnight, and it's hard, it's uncomfortable, but a huge thing that will help you is to feel your feelings with the Moonchild there, to start feeling your feelings, to start expressing your feelings. That will completely open you up on a whole new level, If you guys don't already have fluorite, you may want to work with fluorite. That could help you as well. It is a pretty high vibration crystal, so if you're not grounded, it may be a little too much for you at first. You need to start from the bottom up. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so we have the card Attraction. So there's something you guys are definitely desiring, that you're definitely attracted to. Like I said, there is definitely some kind of higher calling here. And it's like, you have to use your will with Strength in the Chariot here to just do it. I think you guys know, like, you have this hunger and you just have to do it, You just have to freaking do it. It's just a matter of moving forward, of taking your energy and going in a new direction, and being like, I'm gonna start listening to my intuition, and I'm gonna use my will to be in the flow. Because a lot of people think like, well, self-will is bad, but we were given it for a reason. And who really knows what the difference is between self-will and destiny or fate or whatever, Who really knows? Maybe it's all in the cards. Maybe it's all in the plans. You know what I mean? So I love having that argument with people. Like, how do you really freaking know? Card here. There we go. Action. Taking mother effing action, baby. Yeah, that makes sense. We have peace on the bottom. So you're not going to feel fulfilled. You're not going to feel centered. You're not going to feel like you're in peace until you finally take some kind of action, until you move forward. Mars is in Aries. It's like we have to take action, but you have to do it in a way right now that is, I mean, because with Mars in Aries, it's not necessarily squaring Saturn yet at the time I'm filming this video. If it's like a week, if you're watching this like a week after I film this video, then it might be squaring Saturn. So you do want to take action in a more responsible way, be a little bit more discerning about the actions that you're taking. But as of right now, it's squaring Pluto. So this is about extreme change. This is about, there's even a card that almost fell out, the card Extreme. So this is about extreme change. This is about really just taking off and, you know, following our visions, following our passions, what we're attracted to. And so that's kind of what I see here, pile number 2. It's like you guys are going in a new direction, but you really need it, and you're going to be fine. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. For those of you that picked the Fluorite Crystal, this was your personal message. Let me know down below if it resonated, because I'm a nosy ass bitch and I love to know. And we're going to move on to the third crystal. What's up, guys? This is for those of you that picked the Pyrite Crystal. So this crystal is also called Fool's Gold, and basically pyrite is normally about money, cha-ching, cha-ching. So you guys could be, you guys that picked this pile may want to work with pyrite if you feel drawn to it. Some of you guys could be going through some financial stuff, some money issues, or even have upcoming money opportunities. Hey, you guys could also be dealing with stuff to do with like the material world, possessions, jobs, you know, debt, loans, just anything really financial. So, or someone in your life could be, and you may be worried about them to some level, but this is definitely like money, job, career type of energy. So let's go ahead and see what is going on with you guys. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot. All the decks will be linked down below if you're interested. So let's see what's going on with my pyrite pile. Oh, there we go. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yep. So definitely some financial stuff going on here with you guys. Let's see. Hold on, this flipped over. 7 of Cups. Okay, so you guys could be feeling very, you guys may not know which options to move forward with and which to not. 4 of Cups. Like which options to move forward with and which options to leave behind. Yeah, so there could be some kind of financial contract, situation, loan, something that you're trying to, or some kind of documents, some kind of financial documents, and you're not sure what to do. You're not sure how to move forward with something. You have this goal, this like material goal or this financial goal, but you're not sure how to move forward with it. Let's get one more card. Okay, Queen of Wands. Okay, so what I'm getting from this pile number 3, the pyrite pile, is that you need to be more confident within yourself, which has been a huge theme throughout all of these readings so far. You need to be more confident. Oh my God, the Chariot. It's been in all of the readings in different decks, you guys. I can't make it up. The Chariot. Yeah, okay. Some of you could be trying to save money for a vacation, or save money to move jobs, careers, houses, save money for a new car. 10 of Pentacles. Oh my God, there's strength. Strength has been coming up. The Emperor. Some of you guys could want your own business or be done working with for someone else. So you guys could definitely be saving money for something. Yeah, you want your own freedom. You want your own kind of like financial freedom, I see here, for a lot of you, which I completely get. Like, I am not someone, like, I cannot, no. I am not a freaking worker ass bitch that can like work for someone else for long periods of time. It drives me nuts. Like, it just, ugh. The 9-to-5 job is like soul sucking for me. Like, literally, I cannot. And that may sound like really high maintenance to some of you if you guys are like, hold that belief, like you have to, hard work pays off, you gotta work hard, you gotta go to work and basically die, and that's what life's all about, which is so miserable. Like, and I don't know, that's just kind of what I'm picking up so far. You're complacent and you're not sure how to move forward. I also am getting like you're not sure who you can trust or who to trust to do this, to move forward. But I do feel with the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands and the Chariot on the bottom that you're gonna be successful. You just have to do it in a very smart way with the King of Swords here. And you are smart. Like, you're very smart. You're a lot smarter with this than you think. You have a lot more power in this situation than you think you do. So you may be like, I'm not sure how to go about this. I'm not sure where to start or how to do this. But the Queen of Wands is like, yeah, baby. Yeah, you do. Don't front. Yeah, you do. Don't try to fool me. You know what you're doing. Like, so own your confidence. Pile number 3, own your confidence. If this is some career, if this is some kind of like promotion, like, you have a lot more talent and skills than you think you do. So let's go ahead and see what other cards. Ooh, what other cards? Yeah, I just saw that card dynamic and I just like instantly got like power dynamic. So this could be some kind of power dynamic in your work situation or a financial situation where you think like the other person has the power, but it actually isn't. You know, I think that you have a lot more, you hold a lot more power than you think. And that's what I think that Four of Pentacles and Chariot was saying. Like, you have the power in this situation. You hold the key here, you know? You hold the key here. So whatever this is, you hold the key here. You're gonna be fine. I really see that. You have to like boss up though. You have to own your confidence, and it's a perfect time to do it because Mars is in Aries. Mars is in Aries, so it's like, own the confidence. I'm not saying to start conflicts because I don't think that would be a good idea. I'm saying to just exude your confidence, like let it show. You know, realize, and you'll do that by realizing that you actually have the power in this situation, like way more than you probably think that you do. So yeah, okay, so we have the root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in our physical world. Yeah, so this is very much about fear, security, feeling safe, feeling stable, feeling grounded. If you have a lot of fears right now, it's so important, pile number 3, to connect to your root chakra, and I'll tell you how to do that in a minute. We also have the solar plexus chakra. Also makes sense. The frequency of the solar plexus, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. So yes, bitch, yes. This is definitely finding your confidence, working on those lower chakras, grounding. Get your ass and go sit it out by a tree, on the ground, in the dirt. If you absolutely can't go outside for some reason, sit it on your floor. Like, get on your floor. Make sure your ass is on the freaking floor. You can do some grounding meditations. Like, one of the most popular ways to ground is by, once again, sitting on the ground, sitting on the floor, spending time in nature. But if you're trying to meditate, you can picture energy kind of coming up from the ground into your root chakra and, you know, pushing out any other energy from the top of your head. Okay, so this is going to make you feel secure because at the end of the day, this world is big enough for everybody. No matter what, we have a home on this earth. Even if, you know, we have to build it, or even if, you know, we have to find it, whatever, no matter what, this earth is our home. And when you think about it in kind of that more simple way, you know, and you bring yourself back to the current moment and take it one step at a time. What do I need to do right now? What would make me feel safe and secure right this second, instead of thinking into the future? Taking little steps like that is going to really help you. Also just, you know, really thinking to yourself, like, do you have food? Do you have water? Do you have a place to sleep at night? You know, do you have clothes on your back? Like, things like that, just getting really simple about it and really simplifying things is going to help you open up your root chakra. Now with your solar plexus chakra, this is all about creativity, willpower, personal power, our identity, who we are. Once you start working on that root chakra, you know, then you want to start moving that energy up. There's also meditations you can do for the solar plexus chakra, but allowing yourself to not take things so seriously, giving yourself time to be more creative, more childlike, is going to really, really help you to get out of like any kind of fear or insecurity energy that you may be in, or any kind of powerlessness that you feel over your situation. Also really surrendering to the powerlessness, because if you could change it, you already would. You know what I mean? Once you surrender to it, new doors open up, I promise you, if you've never tried it before. And it's completely different. You instantly feel relief once you surrender to it. So those are ways you can start moving through this energy. So let's get your last two cards here. For those of you that picked the Pyrite Crystal, definitely let me know down below if any of this is resonating with you guys. Ooh, look at that. We have creation. So yeah, I think there's something you guys want to create, like your own business, your own, like a new source of income, a new stream of income, something you may want to do on the side. You want to be more in charge, if that makes sense. You definitely want to be more seen for your abilities, and you know, have more freedom, if that makes sense. So you guys need some kind of liberation. You have these goals and you're trying to get there in like a stable way, in a responsible manner. Okay, but you have a lot more power than you think you do, and you may have some setbacks or some delays, and that's normal. That's going to happen, but you're going to be fine. Okay, you're going to make it through it, because you have that Chariot at the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Wands. So you're going to be completely fine. So let's go ahead and see what your last card is. Ooh, okay, wisdom. So this is a journey of wisdom for you guys, where you're learning and experiencing new things. You also have more wisdom than you think you do. Like I've been saying, you have more power than you think you do. At the bottom of the deck, we actually have boundaries. So knowing your boundaries, knowing your worth is a huge, huge thing for you guys. So let me know down below if this reading resonated with you guys. I'd really, really love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check out anything else for me, just see my description below or go to my channel, look at my playlist and my other readings. And yeah, I love you guys. I will see you guys in my other videos. Bye. What's up, pile number 4? This is for those of you that chose the Pyrite Crystal. I hope I'm saying it right. It looks so dark on camera, but it's actually kind of like a dark blue with some teals and some turquoise in there. It's actually really, really pretty. Hopefully you can see it. But so if you picked this crystal, there could be a good chance that you are needing help activating your root chakra, that you have some fear or some trauma that you may need to release, that, you know, you need to trust more in your divine feminine and your inner world, that you need to listen more to your intuition, you know, that you need to face some kind of fear, or you know, some of you may even be going through some kind of awakening. But like I always say, awakening is not sitting on top of a freaking mountain. you know, singing Kumbaya or and like meditating with some scenic view like people like to think it is. Awakening is very turbulent, very scary. Your beliefs, your illusions about the world are being stripped away. You are face to face with your traumas, your subconscious, your dark side. And so this is definitely about almost regenerating your energy and going within and taking some kind of journey of this self. So this is definitely a little bit probably more of the pile that needs probably the most help, I would say, out of all the piles. So if that sounds like you, then you picked the right pile. If not, you're free to pick another pile if you were feeling drawn to another pile. But let's go ahead and see what the fuck is up with you guys so we can get a little bit more detailed here. By the way, all my decks will be linked down below that I'm using. If you would like a personal reading with me, all of that shit is linked down below as well. So, ooh, okay, Lovers, Five of Swords, wow. Yes, 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 yes. There is a relationship or person in your life so far for you guys that is exhibiting some mirror reflection type of energy. So when I say that, their behaviors are mirroring something within you. They're bringing out another part of you. They're bringing your subconscious to light. You may have a choice, you know, like you could be around somebody that's kind of selfish, that is, I don't know why I almost wanted to say fraudulent for some of you. Somebody that is always has to be right, you know. You could be having some issues with a certain relationship or person in your life, basically some arguments, some disagreements. I mean, on like a very more basic level, if it's not that intense, it could just be some agreements, you know, or maybe thinking about going separate ways. You know, it's like kind of like an unfairness, like a lose-lose situation with the Five of Swords. It's kind of like even if the person appears, or if one of you appears to like win whatever this is, this kind of like battle or fight, it doesn't really make a difference because in the end everybody gets hurt. So I think you're being asked right now, pile number 4, to really go deep within and to figure out what you want to do. You know, we have the Six of Swords reversed. And we also have the Judgment card here. So yeah, like I was saying, you're kind of going through a pretty big awakening here. Your judgment is, oh my God, you guys, the Chariot has been in every reading so far, and each crystal has had a different deck. He's always at the bottom of the damn deck. What the hell is he doing? And Strength. Oh my God, I can't. Okay, so you've been kind of putting up with this for a long time. For some of you, this could involve more than one person, but that's not going to be for all of you. So we have the Chariot as the advice. We have the Seven of Coins reversed as well. So this is about no longer waiting, gathering your strength to move forward, pile number 4. You've waited long enough for something to change and it hasn't. But you also have to understand that there's so much mirroring going on in this relationship for you. Like more than you probably realize. It's probably really subconscious. The Chariot is very much about duality and balances and opposites. Not even balance, it's more about like imbalance. And so, you know, this is about really looking within you and fixing you first, okay? Because we really can't change or fix anybody else. And I'm sure you guys are like, yeah, I know. We hear that all the time. We get it. I know. But you really can't, you know? And so let's say, for instance, that you don't have a lot of confidence within yourself. Like your self-worth is very low. Well, this other person that you may be dealing with, you know, could be kind of treating you like shit because you already don't feel worth it. You already don't feel great about yourself. And so they're mirroring how you feel about yourself. They're treating you how you treat yourself. So that's kind of like an example of mirroring. Or let's say that you don't like to go out a whole lot, like you're more of a homebody, and they like to go out, or vice versa. Well, you know, maybe that you don't like to go out a lot because you have social anxiety, or people have just hurt you, and so they go out all the time, and you're like, well, we never spend time together, this isn't fair. They're exhibiting that opposite part of you that maybe used to like to go out before you got hurt. So those are kind of just like small examples of mirroring, but that's really what I see here. You know, you're having to make a decision to move forward or not, to stay or to go, to stand up for yourself or not, to quit investing in something that isn't good for you, or in a person that isn't good for you, or not. And the reason this is so hard for you is because you have your own unhealed trauma that this person and this situation is triggering within you. You have your own unhealed fears and trauma that you need to release. Okay, because a lot of this is facing your fears with judgment there. You can't move forward or go anywhere until you face your fears. That's kind of what I'm getting here so far. So let's go ahead and see what other cards we get here for you guys. Okay, so we have dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and joy. So yeah, you guys could be, this could definitely involve a relationship dynamic in your life, having trouble harmonizing a certain relationship within your life, or the dynamic of the relationship. But the dynamic of the relationship is mirroring a relationship that you have with yourself that you may not realize just yet, or maybe you do now, but you're not sure exactly how to go about it. And once again, this is very much like the crystal you chose. This is very much about facing your own inner pain and the feelings you have with yourself and how you feel about yourself. You know, and there's tons of different ways you can do that. Shadow work. You know, I offer a shadow work course on my website. I also offer healing sessions now, but you can also find information online. You know, you can read books from Carl Jung, who is, you know, the one that coined the term shadow work, that is a fucking badass. There's all kinds of things that you can do, but basically it's just facing whatever you're resisting, whatever you're not wanting to face. Too many cards. And that's going to be kind of like the start of it for you. Okay, so we have Sacral Chakra. The frequency of the Sacral Chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our life. Okay, so you guys could need to do some Sacral Chakra healing. The Sacral Chakra can very much relate to your confidence, to the way that you go about things, the actions that you take, how you feel about yourself. Oh, and look at that. We also have healing at the bottom of the deck. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So for some of you, this could be affecting your health. You know, if you've been feeling fatigued, tired, unmotivated, or you've had like some kind of physical pain, it could be coming from, or even anxiety, it could be coming from this dynamic in your life, this unhealed trauma that keeps coming up for you in different relationships or in this relationship. There's definitely some kind of healing that needs to happen here. And with your Sacral Chakra, this is like your drive. This is your sense of, you know, confidence, sexuality, all of those different things, you know, our power, our abundance, you know. And so really maybe doing some meditations to heal your sacral chakra, eating orange foods, grounding yourself, doing some kind of yoga, things like that. Dance is really good for like the sacral, solar plexus chakra, drums, things like that. You know, really get your confidence and creativity going. But see, we gain confidence, like I told another pile, I can't believe all 4 piles got the Chariot and the Strength card in 4 different decks. That's crazy. But like I told another pile, strength, we gain strengths in the moments that we fear. It's not that we need to not have fear to have courage or to have strength. No, we realize how strong we are. We gain our confidence through going through shit that we never thought we would make it out of. You know, we never thought we would go through. We never thought we would face. That's where our confidence and our strength comes from. So that's why it's so important to face your fears, to face your trauma, to face your pain, to face yourself, you know, to walk through your fears. And you know, because once you do that, you own them. They don't own you. You know what I mean? You see how strong you really are, and it's so much easier to flow instead of kind of feel blocked. So you guys have the card Pleasure, which really goes with that sacral chakra energy. For some of you guys, this could also be like some kind of sexual trauma. This can also be, you know, pleasuring yourself in different ways, you know, bringing more pleasure into your life. That can also help you heal your sacral chakra and help you feel more confident within yourself. When was the last time you've literally felt pleasure? And I'm not just talking about like sexual pleasure. It can literally be, you know, so many different things. But I'm also talking about just any, like, pleasure from anything. You know what I mean? So kind of keep that in mind. So let's get one more card here. So we have the card Release. Beautiful energy. And that's what this crystal talks about as well. It's like needing to release old wounds. And look at that, at the very bottom we have fear. Needing to release old wounds, needing to release old trauma, old energy, like stuck energy within you guys. And that's what's going to help you awaken to make some kind of changes. That's what's going to help you look at it through a new lens, to face your fears, to face your the things in your past that maybe you've been running from. Okay, so that is what I see for you guys. For those of you that picked, you know, the Pyrite crystal, hopefully this was helpful for you. Definitely let me know down in the comments if this ended up relating. I'd love to know. I'm a nosy ass bitch and I love feedback. So yeah, I will see you guys in my other videos. I'm going to be uploading at least once a week now, so definitely watch out for that. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.